Welcome to Unity. We're so glad you're with us this Sunday. We are in a most exciting journey, a journey into the depth and the power of the spiritual presence that is within our hearts. Today we're going to take a most meaningful step in that journey. We have music to help your heart enjoy every part of this journey. And as we make it, we know with you that you are a magnificent child of God. Thank you for being with us.
Welcome to Unity of Walnut Creek. Please remain seated and join us in singing True Love.
I give to you and you give to me true love, and on it will always be true love, for you and I have a guardian angel on high with nothing to do but to give to you and to give to me love forever true. I give to you and you give to me true love, and on it will always be true love, for you and I have a guardian angel on high with nothing to do but to give to you and to give to me love forever true, love forever true.
Good morning. Welcome to Unity of Walnut Creek. My name is Sheila Gautreaux, and I am your assistant minister here, and I send you true love. Amen. It is such a pleasure to be able to welcome you to our service this morning, and I would love it if you would join me in giving a shout out to our friends online watching from at home. Hey! Thank you so much for tuning in today. We want you to know that your presence adds so richly to our service, and we hope that you'll continue to come back again and again. And if it is your first time here in the sanctuary as well as online, we would like to extend a special welcome to you. And if you have a moment, those of you who are here, come out on the patio after service and come up and introduce yourself and give us an opportunity to meet you in person, okay? We are a very unique place, this place called Unity. We are a spiritual path. It is a positive path for spiritual living. And we are not necessarily here to help you find out about God or what God is, but our purpose is to support you in the great discovery of God within you individually, and to provide you with practical tools for applying the spiritual concepts into your everyday life, such as our weekly focus, which this week is heart feeling. And Reverend David will be telling you more about that in his message today. As you sit back and enjoy our service, you may be aware of music and messages from various spiritual disciplines. Now, while we teach and believe that there is only one presence and one power in the universe, we also honor and embrace that there are many, many paths to that one presence. And so we invite you just to sit back and listen and take it all in, and you will have a different experience as a result. Today is a special day, and we want to acknowledge the birthday of Dr. Martin Luther King. And I just want to invite you just for a moment, if you don't mind, let's have just a moment of silence in the heart, connecting with the heart. And allow ourselves to pay tribute with gratitude for his contributions not only to civil rights, but expanding the rights of all humanity. Happy birthday, Dr. King. Please join me now in opening the sacred part of our service by focusing on the power of affirmative prayer. Let us say our opening statement together. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, the all-loving goodness of God. Just take that in. Let yourself feel it at the depths of your being. And again, there is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, the all-loving goodness of God. Let that extend out into the room, embracing everyone in the sanctuary. And one more time, there is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, the all-loving goodness of God. And now let it extend outward to those online and out into the world. And so it is. To support us in our musical journey today is our own High Spirits, featuring Lisa and Tyler Snortum Phelps and Rick and Sandy Stober, backed up by members of our house band, Fusion. And so would you join us with them in singing You're an Angel?
You're an angel, you're a being of angel. I'm a being of light. I'm an angel. And I know that I'm right. I'm an angel. Bringing love to everyone, and it's mine to give. And in the giving comes the fun. We are angels. We are beings of light. We're angels. And I know that I'm right. We are angels. Bringing love to everyone, and it's ours to give. And in the giving comes the fun. You're an angel.
Yes, you are.
Amen.
Yes. Okay, all you angels, breathe in deeply. Gently, gently just release that breath. Open your heart. We enter into our time of prayer and meditation now. So move around and make sure that you are comfortable. And I invite you again to take that deep breath in through your heart, breathing in that awareness of this divine love in which we live and move and have our being. And as we take this inner journey, let the music be part of that invitation to the very center of your heart.
Seek ye first the kingdom of God and God's righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. Alleluia, alleluia. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and God's righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. Alleluia, alleluia.
And we turn within, journeying into that which the Master called Kingdom of God. That within us where we are aware of this divine presence. Mother, Father, God, awaken us to see your presence everywhere. Open us to know your presence within us. Open us to feel the blessing of your love, to walk in your peace, and to see your beauty in everyone in our world. So in this time of prayer, we journey to that place where we can simply rest at one with you. And we know that a part of that journey is to enter into our hearts, that sacred space of connection, where in this moment we are one. So to enter into our hearts, we let ourselves feel the presence of your love. For we are each loved completely and unconditionally. We are enfolded every moment in an infinite love that would provide for us, guide us, call us into wholeness, and bless and fill our lives with every good thing. So now, open and receptive, we rest in your peace, that beautiful, quiet place within, your presence, your peace. And following that direction of the Master, we become still. The mind letting go of its thoughts. This place of peace deepening into an infinite stillness. Peace, be still. Peace, be still. Peace, be beloved presence. It is so wonderful to know that you hold us, enfold us, radiate through us as infinite love. We're so grateful that we have the power to send this love forth, to heal, to bless, to uplift, to prosper and guide. And so we take this beautiful moment. We focus upon this love that you are within our hearts, and we radiate it forth. We begin by sending it to our own bodies for health, wholeness, vitality. We open to it in our minds and hearts to grow in wisdom and understanding. We radiate this love from our hearts, sending it to each one dear to us, blessing, healing, guiding, calling forth that which is the highest within each. We radiate this love, sending it across this spiritual community, enfolding every prayer request brought here, and knowing with each that you are enfolded in this love and you are lifted to that which is the highest. And we radiate this love from our hearts. We send it out across the communities as waves of healing, blessing, energy flowing forth from this community. We send it out across our nation and on across the nations of the world to call forth the peace within all hearts. We radiate this love. We send it to all who join us in prayer, whether in mosque or synagogue, temple or church, whether gathered at home or on the hillsides. For in seeking to know you, we are all one. And we send this love to this beautiful earth on which we live, to bring all her systems into balance and harmony, to bless the creatures of the earth. And we send this love about the earth to touch the hearts of every single person. For you are this love in every heart. And in this love, we are one. Divine love flows through my heart, enfolding and blessing the world. Please join me. Divine love flows through my heart, enfolding and blessing the world. And again, divine love flows through my heart, enfolding and blessing the world. Enjoying that love once again. Divine love flows through my heart, enfolding and blessing the world. It is so. Amen.
I am surrounded by love. I am filled with love. I am made from love. want to hear your holy sound. Lay your healing hands on me. Won't you help me release? I am surrounded by love. I am filled with love. I am made from love. I am love. I am love. I'm opening up to a mighty light. It's lifting me up to a higher height. I clearly see all the beauty in me, reminding me love sets me free. I am surrounded by love. I am filled with love. I am made from love. I am love. I am love. Everybody, I am surrounded. I am surrounded by love. I am filled. I am filled with love. I am made. I am made from love. I am love. I am love. Again. I am surrounded by love. I am filled with love. I am made. I am made from love. I am love. I am love. I am love. I am love.
Thank you, High Spirit, for your beautiful sounds. Good morning. My name is Sion, and it is my pleasure to highlight a few of the upcoming events for you. Our Unity spiritual learning classes have begun already, but drop-ins are always welcome, so please join us this week. If you are interested in becoming a member of our Unity community, please join Reverend David this evening, even if you would like to just know a little bit more about Unity and what we're all about. Unity is reaching out to all of those who are hearing the call or feeling the inner pull to serve others through the power of prayer. This is a very powerful experience that will not only impact your life, will definitely affect those that you touch with your prayers. Applications are available in the book center and in the church foyer. Our Heart Math workshop begins the first Saturday of February. And I can say but so much about this workshop, but who better than the testimony of others who have experienced this dynamic workshop? So please direct your attention to the monitor.
I'm Dawn Martin, and I have been taking heart math for about a year. And what has happened to me is this. My experience has been to go from living in my head up here and going to my heart. And my heart is growing more and more, and the love that comes through me is growing more and more. And I can't say enough about Heart Math because it has really changed my life.
For a long time, I heard about the power of positive thinking, and I worked on those principles until I was introduced to Heart Math. And once I did a Heart Math training and began reading some of the materials and learning more about it and doing some trainings, I realized that it's the power of positivity really lies within the heart, and feeling the heartfelt emotions like appreciation and compassion and care. And through doing work, using Heart Math tools and techniques, I think I've really learned to cultivate and develop those, those feelings. And for me, being able to access them purposefully and intentionally has made a huge difference in my world.
Hi, my name is Sappho Kalfas, and I wanted to say that I would encourage you to get involved with the Heart Math if you can. Go to a class, join a Heart Math group. Years ago, here at the church, somebody in the parking lot told me that it was in their lives life-changing, and I thought, oh, that sounds pretty good. And so I went to a class, and they were right. It has been life-changing for me. I'm a co-facilitator of my Heart Math group. We've been meeting for 4 years now, and we find that each time that we go through the material, it's richer, and that we're finding things that we never saw before. Reverend David's classes are wonderful, and I have found a wonderful relationship that I wanted all my life and I wasn't ready for. And the tools that I used in Heart Math and David's cut-through classes are the things that made it happen for me, or gave me the tools that I needed in order to make it happen. And now I have this wonderful, warm, loving, harmonious relationship that I never thought I would have, and I'm so grateful. Use the opportunity you have and check it out.
Details of these and other wonderful activities are in your bulletin and on our website. I would now like to invite you to greet those immediately around you until the gong sounds.
Shout it out loud. I understand now what I'm here for, and what this life is about. It's about love, it's about laughter, it's about comfort and smiles. It's about love, it's about kindness, it's about hearts open wide. It's about love, it's about passion, it's about taking a chance. It's about love, it's about service, it's about lending a hand. Lending a hand. Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Spring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. There's a voice that I've heard for years. I learned to keep it inside. Well, now it's coming in loud and clear. I want a deeper life. It's about love, it's about laughter, it's about comfort and smiles. It's about love, it's about kindness, it's about hearts open wide. It's about love, it's about passion, it's about taking a chance. It's about love, it's about service, it's about lending a hand. Oh, it's about love, it's about laughter, it's about comfort and smiles. It's about love, it's about kindness, it's about hearts open wide. It's about love, it's about passion, it's about taking a chance. It's about love, it's about service, it's about lending a hand. Lending a hand. Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine.
Oh, what a treat. Thank you all. Woo. Okay, we'll do it. Swing wide the doors of the heart. I wonder if they guessed what we'd be talking about. Okay, take that deep breath. We're heading into the heart. Now, we started a couple weeks ago. First step to the heart. Okay? Going to get there, going to access the power, the connection with the spiritual self at depth. Got to get to the heart. First step, self-awareness. Okay, and we worked on practicing that for a week. Just checking out, what am I thinking? What am I feeling? Sometimes stepping even farther back, that awareness of myself journeying through this third-dimensional world that we entered into, and as a spiritual being you said, oh, I think I'm going to try on humanness. Okay, so we got here and we're trying it on. There are a few things to learn. Self-awareness. The first step into the journey of spiritual awakening. Self-awareness. Second step is really quite simple. The challenge is that we keep forgetting to do it. The second step is heart focus. Focusing on our hearts. If we're going to enter into this place, we got to go there. Okay? Got to focus on the heart. Now, we talked about doing it several ways. One was, as we bring our awareness here, sometimes just touching it with a hand helps to center that focus, get our focus out of all this and what we were thinking about and those things going on, and bring it right down here, focused on this area around the heart. We pretend to breathe through the heart to help pull our focus into that area, to really make that connection. Okay. Now what happens when we begin to do this is we begin to withdraw the energy from the head pattern that's going on, the stimulus that got us into thinking about, worrying about, going over, reacting to, whatever it was. We begin to draw our attention out of there. And the beauty is that within the heart is that place of deep spiritual connection. It's that place where we are able to consciously enter into the awareness and the power of the spiritual self. Now, you were aware of your spiritual self before you ever entered into the earth. You will be aware of your spiritual self when you're done with this. Why wait? Okay, it's really helpful right now. So we bring it in. Okay, and third step. Today we're going to focus on the third step. Some of you have been studying this for a long time. You know what it is. Heart feeling. It was quite frustrating to me when I discovered that with all those skills that I had learned in thinking, grade school, high school, college, the first doctorate, the second ministerial degree, all of those, all that thinking I was capable of would not get me to my heart. You can't think your way there. It is a feeling experience. Heart feeling. Now, what's that like? Well, basically, it is to enter into the feeling of love. The feeling of love. Now, there's a challenge to that. That's a huge thing, isn't it? That feeling of love. And if I were to say to you, feel love, and I were to say to you, feel love, you might feel very different things. Because there are so many feelings within love itself. And one of the great gifts has been the understanding that when we touch any part of the love feeling, we enter into the heart. Any part of the love feeling. So when I go to the quickest and most easiest is appreciation. It is a part of the feeling of love. If you love someone, you appreciate him. Think of those people that you really love. You have that appreciation for them. You have that special understanding of their uniqueness and those wonderful qualities within them. Okay? So it's easy. Because the appreciation is an easy feeling. We can always get there. So a part of the feeling of love, and again, the simplest way is the feeling of appreciation. What happens when you do that? When you enter the experience of love, you connect with who you really are. This magnificent spiritual being that has the power to choose and create the very nature of life that you are experiencing. Let me give you an example. This experience happened to me, I think a couple years ago now. I was in downtown Walnut Creek, North Main, Mount Diablo. There right at the Neiman Marcus intersection, okay? And I was doing the shopping list thing. Okay, so I'd come from someplace, I was going to someplace else, I'm standing there at the intersection, the light changes, I head across. About 2/3 of the way across, I noticed that the light changed, but that little thing that says walk didn't change. I wasn't aware of that till that point, but part of it was that the cars that wanted to turn had to slow up so I could get across. So I hurried on across, and I step over there, couple steps away from the curb. Suddenly here's this siren, and this motorcycle cop pulls up right beside me. Well, you know, I had a law career, I know. When you jaywalk and you go against the light, okay. That's not the worst thing I'd done in my life. That was okay. So this guy pulls up. Cop gets off the bike, and he turns towards me, and he begins to yell at the top of his voice. The experience of the anger coming off this man was amazing. Now, I have been with some pretty angry people in my time. I've never experienced anyone with greater anger in that moment than this man. It was amazing. Now, one of the things I'm aware of about myself is I embarrass easily. Okay, I'm very uncomfortable with having public attention on me. That's probably why part of my karma was to do ministry. Okay. It is, and tell you the truth, it is not something I wanted to do. And okay, but I follow orders. All right. And that the other thing I'm aware of is that because of experiences that I have found myself easily intimidated by authority figures, okay, and uncomfortable with anger. All this was showing up in my face. And because of the first step, because of self-awareness, I was aware of the very uncomfortable things I was beginning to feel. Okay. Everyone in that intersection had to stop and stare at this guy because he was shouting at the top of his voice. Anger, I mean, fists, he was there. And I was the object. Self-awareness. Now, the second step is to focus on the heart. Fortunately, I had been working with this for some time. So it was a very natural response for me. And I'm sure with the strength of the emotion coming towards me, that I put my hand there to get me there. Taking those breaths, deep breath, right there, focused on the heart. Now, it's not like this guy was not interested in a dialogue. It's not like I had to support my end of the conversation. He was simply intent on venting his anger at me. Okay, and one of the interesting things was it was completely irrelevant and inappropriate to what was going on. It was in no way an appropriate or a responsible response to what had taken place. So I had plenty of time to just take some deep breaths through my heart. Okay. And then heart feeling. Now, what I focused on was my grandchildren. Okay? Easy to get into appreciation. First of all, they are absolutely marvelous little beings. And I enjoy them thoroughly. And I find that I greatly appreciate their sense of discovery in life. It just opens my heart. And when I felt that, I felt my body change. I no longer felt threatened. Now, he didn't change a bit. It was anger. It was high volume, shaking fists. But I wasn't threatened because I was here. What I felt was freedom. To be able to feel what I chose to feel, regardless of what was taking place around me. Okay. We are not the victim of the world. We are only the victim of our own perceptions of the world. You are a spiritual being of amazing power. this is how you get there. Heart feeling. And in that, now, just to share with you what took place during that time, I was enjoying the experience of freedom because I realized I was not intimidated. I was not threatened. I began to understand this man. Now, I did not enter into appreciation of him. Fortunately, that is not a requirement. We get in our heart by the heart feeling. But the heart feeling does not need to be directed towards that individual. It simply needs to be felt. Now, what happened was, as I was there, because when we enter into the heart, we enter into a greater intuitive relationship to the world around us because our spirit is connected with everything that's there. So I understood this man was very hurt and angry about something, and it had nothing to do with me. I just was the guy in the way. I also was very clear that resisting this in any way would not help. It would just prolong it. So I could simply be there and non-resist and let his go by. Okay? I was just waiting for him to write the ticket. In a couple minutes, he just quit and walked away and forgot to write the ticket. But the reason I share this is what is within our hearts is our peace, not somebody else's. We aren't getting there to manipulate and control the world to make it do what we want. We're getting there to control ourselves to be who we want to be. To be free of control from others so that we can show up how we want to be. It was not my day for anger. That wasn't who I wanted to be. Now, did I have plenty of reason to get upset? I was a lawyer. I'm verbally skilled enough to manipulate this guy and make him feel guilty. Okay? Not a wise choice. I didn't want to live there. Okay? Self-awareness, heart focus, heart feeling. The love is always there. Now, appreciation I mentioned because it's an easy way to get there. Sometimes it's care. Sometimes it's compassion. I did, when I realized how deeply this man was hurting, I did feel some compassion for him. Okay. And it was also clear to me that his life had nothing to do with mine, and I was not going to get involved in that in any way. You know, it fizzled out and went on its way. Okay. You remember that thing that we go to when we find ourselves in the presence of that which feels like separation, which feels like wrong, which feels like violation or hurt. There's an understanding, and the way we acknowledge it is God is good. God is good all the time. And all the time, that divine presence is there. Now, it may be within the other being. If so, it's usually well obscured. Doesn't matter. It's not them, it's us. It's our heart. It's our choice. One of the reasons of that second step is so that we gain that power to make that choice. We shift out of this to hear where that choice of love is calling you. When you get in there, you've been there. It's beautiful. It is warm and caring. It is filled with peace. Not peace dependent upon the other person being peaceful. Your peace dependent upon you simply choosing to be in it. That is the spiritual power you have. It is always there. It is simple. And it is not easy. Okay, not saying that. But part of the reason that you are in this community of people this day is because you have journeyed far enough that you have the power to make such a choice. That's why you go to a place that supports you in spiritual growth, because you know that's who you are. You know that's what it's about. And it's a matter of making the choice. Heart feeling. However you touch love. However. One of my person that I have so appreciated over the years, Krishnamurti. The moment you have in your heart this extraordinary thing called love and feel the depth, the delight, and the ecstasy of it, you will discover that for you, the world has transformed. For me, on that street corner, the world transformed. It was not an embarrassing, intimidating world filled with guilt. It was a world of strength and peace. The world transforms because you connect with who you really are. So this week, can we do it? Okay, and all three steps together now. We got to the good, really good part. Okay, the rest was nice. This is really good. Okay, self-awareness. Check it out. What am I feeling? What's going on? Am I uncomfortable? Am I down? What's going on? And making that choice when what you find there is not heart-filled, making that choice. Heart focus. Focus on the area around your heart. Touch it, breathe through it. Your attention there, and then the power. Heart feeling. Heart feeling. Going to that appreciation. Maybe it will be care or compassion. Maybe it will be a memory of a moment of joy. Heart feeling. And then who is standing there is really you. A wise, powerful spiritual being who has journeyed in this beautiful life, not to be its victim, but to be its creator. To create a world that responds out of the dignity and wisdom of the being you are. Because I know that you make that choice. I am grateful to be in your world. Bless
If you would like prayer support or I wasn't ready. Sorry. If you would like prayer support for any challenges or celebrations, please see our heart ministers. They will be available following service here in the sanctuary and on the patio. Our heart ministers are wearing the lavender stoles. I would now like for everyone to take out a connection card in the back of each chair. We would like for you all to fill out these cards if you have a prayer request, if you have a question or a comment. Please fill it out. We would love to know how you feel. If you are new to Unity, we would like for you to fill the card out and come to visit us on the patio at the welcome table. We look forward to meeting you.
Okay. So before we enter into our prosperity celebration, we've just been touching on the power of appreciation. And we want to take a moment and consciously enter into a most appropriate appreciation. Quite some years ago now, we were in a building where half the people couldn't see the stage. There was little to no sunlight within that building, and it had served this community very well for 30 hard-used years. And it was time to change and express our new consciousness of light and abundance and support that was coming forth. And so as a community, we said to each other, who would be willing to make a commitment beyond what they already give to help us create a new sanctuary, a new education building, a new space? It was our Love in Action program, and many people very generously stepped up, made that commitment beyond what they were already giving. And that we asked that that commitment be for 3 years. And at the end of that 3 years, our building was built. We moved in and we asked folks to continue because we needed that continued additional giving in order to meet the expense of the mortgage. And people continued and they joined in. And the way that we had done that was we were very intentional in not creating pressure on anyone, but letting them really come from their heart. So we had done it by not doing that request personally, but doing it as a group together. And we never distinguished between those that had been able to say yes to that and those that did not. But we have been so blessed by these generous people over these many years that we would like to simply take a moment to appreciate you. If you are or have been a part of Love in Action, would you please stand? As you look at these wonderful people, send them the appreciation of your heart, because they have made that very generous commitment to provide this beautiful facility for all of us. So I invite you just to breathe appreciation. We appreciate the generosity of your spirit. Join me. We appreciate the generosity of your spirit. Again, we appreciate the generosity of your spirit. What a joy. Once again, we appreciate the generosity of your spirit. Thank you so very much. And now let's take and enter into our giving for today. I invite you to take that gift in your hand, knowing that it is God that is the source of all that flows through us, of all our blessings. Please join me in our affirmation. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. We are so grateful for the generosity of all of you. Thank you. Thank you.
I don't care what's on TV about the state of the economy. I don't believe most of what I see. I know what I know to be. God is so good all the time. God is so good all the time. God is so good,
So good,
so good,
so good,
all the time.
all the time.
I'm walking by faith and not by sight, 'cause what seems wrong today, tomorrow might seem right. All is well and it's all good and unfolding as it should. God is so good all the time. God is so good all the time. God is so good,
So good,
so good,
so good,
all the time.
all the time.
God is so good through the highs and the lows,
So good,
through my troubles and my woes,
so good,
through the peaks and the valleys.
So
I can
good.
feel the Spirit. God is so good,
so good,
so good,
so good,
all the time.
all the time.
Oh, God is so good through my darkest hour.
So good,
Call on the mighty power
so good.
to carry me
God
through.
is so
That's
good,
what I do. God is so good,
so good,
so good,
so good,
all the time.
all the time.
Oh, all the time. Through the highs and the lows,
All the time,
through my ups and my
all
downs.
the time.
There's one thing that never changes, the grace of God. God is so good,
So good,
so good,
so good,
all the time.
all the time.
Oh, God is so good through my darkest
God is
hour.
so
I
good.
call on the mighty
God
power
is so
to
good.
carry me
God
through.
is so
That's
good.
what I do. God is so good,
so good,
so good,
so good,
all the time.
all the time.
Yeah, God is so good,
so good,
so good. When? All the time. Yeah. We are marching in the light of God. 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 We are marching, marching, we are marching, marching, we are marching in the light of God. We are marching, marching, we are marching, marching, we are marching in the light of God.
All right. What a delight. Let's share our blessing with our children together. Children, you are loved, special, and important. The light of God shines through you. And let's stand and take hands and share together our prayer of protection. Together, the light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. And our peace song.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin
eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
You are the love and the light and the peace in the earth right now. So let it shine and have fun.
God is
So good,
through the highs and the lows,
so good,
through the troubles and the woes,
so good,
through the peaks and the valleys.
so
I can
good,
feel the Spirit. God is so good,
so good,
so good,
so good,
all the time.
all the time.
God is
so good,
through my darkest
God
hour.
is so good,
I call on the mighty
God
power
is so
to
good.
carry me
God
through.
is so
That's
good,
what I do. God is so good,
so good,
so good,
so good,
all the time.
all the time,
Well, all the time, all the time, all the time, through my ups and my
all
downs.
the time,
I can feel the Spirit. Oh yeah, God is so good,
so good,
so good,
so good,
all the time.
all the time.
Well, God is so good through my
My
darkest
God
hour.
is so good,
I call on the mighty
my God
power
is so good,
to carry me
my
through.
God is so
That's
good,
what I do. God is so good,
so good,
so good,
so good,
all the time.
all the time.
Yeah, God is so good,
So